Hi everyone, Mick Levinskas here, and just wanted to say hello and tell you a bit of a background about why I decided to write this book. Firstly, I'm wearing my I'm a Magical Unicorn shirt. It doubles as my St. Patrick's Day shirt. Grace, my 4-year-old daughter, picked it out for me this morning, so hence why I'm wearing this bright green shirt. I wrote this book called She's Building a Robot because I recognise, certainly as a son of a mum who worked really hard to build a career, and also the husband of a wife who found it very, very difficult to manage having kids and remain in the workforce and get back in the workforce, not being treated very well by some companies. But as the dad of 2 daughters, just recognising that the position of women in society is still actually a much more challenging one. So I write this with the full knowledge that I am an old white guy and relatively affluent as the world goes. So coming from a position of privilege, but I guess I'm very lucky to have the opportunity to find extra time to be able to write a book for a cause I'm passionate about. So I've always tried to be very supportive of women in entrepreneurship, which has been predominantly around my career, and tech entrepreneurship has been most of that. Supportive as I can with women in tech roles, and met a number of really wonderful women as engineers and in design and in all parts of the technology world. And a few years ago, I've been chatting to people, to women about how they got into tech, and a lot of them were talking about how at some point in their lives, typically as teenagers and late teens and studying at university and careers, they made a conscious choice of pursuing a career in technology despite some pressures. So those pressures could come from social pressures, that all of your friends might be doing other courses, but you wanted to do coding or do computers, and also family pressures. So more than one woman in tech that I knew said that her family, particularly dads, would say that's not a career for a woman. Hopefully times have changed since then. I think they have, partly, but not nearly enough. Hearing these stories, I thought, who are the heroes? And there are a lot of them in terms of people who are great role models. But I was thinking about Hermione in Harry Potter. I thought Hermione's such an awesome character. She's really smart. She works really hard. And she really cares for all her friends. She gets in there and gets things done. She saves Harry and Ron a number of times, and she's amazing. But she's in the world of magic, not in the world of technology. And so I thought of those two things. But why wasn't the book called Hermione Granger? And what if instead of magic there was technology? So I started thinking about that, and also started thinking about a female MacGyver. MacGyver's a guy character, but what if it was a female character who could build things and make things? And then I thought about combining things that I love as well in terms of entrepreneurship, leadership, and building a team. So with all those things in mind, I started tinkering and writing little ideas and capturing thoughts down. And this was about 2 years ago, probably about 2016. I was thinking about these ideas. And then I just started writing little bits and pieces here and there. And then last year in October 2017, I finished up a major contract and and my next contract didn't start till December. So I basically had this window of opportunity in November to work on something. And then I got a notification about National Writers Month, where a lot of people sort of take 1 month and see if they can write an entire book in a month. Now, I'd already started. I was a few chapters in, maybe 10,000 words, but I had a long way to go. But I used my available time in this National Writers Month to really get in there and write the book. And I basically wrote 90% of the book in that month. And I would just I'd get up in the morning about 5 o'clock before the kids got up. I'd write and then take the kids to school. And then, because this was a time, well, no, it was December that when my wife went back to work, but I was trying to, actually she was doing contract work. So I'd go to a local cafe, La Croissant Cafe here, run by a lovely couple here in Burlingame. And I'd sit and just write and try to write as much as I could. I tried to do as much planning as I could, which is not my natural style, but I was doing a lot of planning around what I was going to write, to try to really think through and do a lot of character development of the main characters. It just started, I sort of had a rough idea of what I wanted to do in terms of having a competition. I wanted to have some villains, and to flesh out Dale and Jax. They were a bit sort of cliche to start with, and then pared that back. So I just wrote it all in that month. And again, my goal is that that AZ, the main character of the book, becomes someone. The books are interesting enough that AZ becomes someone that young women can look to and say, "Wow, she was like me and wanted to, got into technology and did amazing things." And hopefully that inspires them to do some technology work in real life. Join a robotics club, do some coding, just get excited about technology, ask some questions, and hopefully those opportunities are available. Certainly through wonderful things like Code Club and Code.org and other things, and Girls Who Code. And there's a lot of good programs out there, so hopefully they can get excited about that. So my big crazy ambition for this is to inspire 1 million young women to pursue a career in technology. I totally get that that's a very, very lofty goal, especially again for an old white guy like me. But if it even inspires one young woman into technology and get excited about it, then I'll feel really happy about what I've done. Hopefully we get a little bit more than that, but it always starts with one, as I always say. So stay focused and get one, then 10, then 100, and then maybe get to 1,000. So that was a bit of the reason why I wrote the book, and hopefully we can get the support for it to get it published and get it out to the world. I'd love to hear more of your feedback, more of your ideas. Please connect with me. Go visit shesbuildingarobot.com, and I'd love to hear from your stories too. If you had if you're in the middle of getting into a career in technology as a young woman, or if you're have had a career in technology as an engineer, hardware or software, as a woman, I'd love to hear your story. What got you into it? What was challenging about it? What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? And to hear stories. So please shoot me a note and I will reach out to you. Thanks again. Bye.